feel like it was almost easier for this person to turn around and walk away versus having this tough conversation with you, because by them expressing to you, here's why I pushed you away, here's what's really going on in my life. One, I feel like they're worried that your perception of them is going to change. Two, I think that how they handled things with you, it wasn't always on the up and up. And I feel like this person is now feeling guilty because they're realizing that your energy towards them was always very pure. There's a level of innocence to this energy. And I feel like with this person, they can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop thinking about the fact of how they left things off, right? Even if you are currently in connection with your person, I feel like this person has this sense of guilt that's almost looming with them because they've never really taken the time to truly express your significance in their life. In fact, it's like times where they went to go open up to you, it was almost as if their throat chakra was blocked and nothing would come out. And I get that there's a lot that needs to be explained, whether it's, hey, this is the real reason why I had to hold back. Hey, there is this other person in my life, and this other person is X, Y, and Z, and that's why I told you, I had to create limitations, or that's why I had to retract my energy, whatever it may be. I just get overwhelmingly that with this person, there is a level of anxiety because they're worried that whatever they tell you, they hope that you're going to be there. They hope that you're going to still look at them the same. Like, they don't want to change the perception of how you view them, because they're worried that you are going to view them how they view themselves. And I get that right now, whoever your person is, even them getting ready in the morning, even them looking in the mirror, they see a very different version of themselves than you see. They see the shadow aspect, where I feel like with you guys actually see the lighter aspect. Let's see. What other messages do you have for the collective spirit when it comes to their person? I really wonder if you still think about me the way I'm still thinking about you. See, I feel like for a lot of you guys, you're not in current contact with your person. There's a lot of thoughts going on. If right now you're being inundated with the idea of this person where you feel like you're fixating, you're feeling like, I can't get this person off of my mind, like, what is going on? I dream of them, I wake up, I think about them. It's because this person is in very deep thought about you. This person can't get you off of their mind, and they're sitting there like, do they still love me? Because right now, how you're being perceived by your person is somebody that's moving on, somebody that is happy. And part of them is like, how are you happy without me? How are you able to move on without me? Not realizing they forced you to move on. They're the ones that closed the door on this. They're the ones that stopped it from progressing. But now they're sitting here and they're asking themselves, why did I do that? What was the significance of that? Was that something that I should have done, yes or no? And the way that this person thinks about you, they think about having a family with you. For some of you, they think about merging families. They think about going on vacations, having children with you, just normal things that people do. I feel like this is a very intimate energy also. So you and this person, for some reason, they're saying that for some of you, if they've never vocalized how they truly felt about you, that was done through a sense of intimacy, because in intimacy, that's how they were able to express themselves. You could feel it by the way that they looked at you, by the way that they made love to you. This is something that you felt at a soul level, even if this person was incapable of vocalizing their true intentions. You always saw it when I feel like you and this person were intimate. You guys were in tandem. There's something about your energy that's in sync. It almost feels like with this person that you and them are meant to be with one another, that your body was meant for them and that their body was meant for you. I'm getting that overwhelmingly, and I just feel like they're in this sense of deep regret. They're in this sense of this Four of Cups energy where it's like, I feel like there's a lot of people, okay, let's go back a second, because they're telling me a lot of things all at one time. There's a lot of people that want your person. For some of you guys, your person is somebody that does attract a lot of attention. But what I'm getting right now, because see, this is coming into me as this Four of Cups energy, right? And the Four of Cups, that's Moon in Cancer. So that's almost this person feeling sorry for themselves. This is an energy where this person is like, man, I really messed up, or whatever it may be. But I also get that there's a lot of people that are trying to approach your person. There's a lot of people that are trying to offer love to your person or get your person to talk to them. And your person is not even open to that. In fact, I get that when people are approaching your person right now, they're almost irritated. And they're being very, very cold to people around them. Look at this. My biggest regret is that I did not fight for this love. I think this, right? I feel like for some of you guys, you wanted this person to fight for you. You laid down certain boundaries. You said, this is what I want. I'm going to be done. For some of you, you laid a very hard line in the sand and you said, no, you stay over there until you're ready to hop over this line, until you're ready to come correct and do the right thing for your higher purpose, for your higher good. We can't continue this because it's unhealthy. You wanted this person to fight for you. You wanted this person to show you how they felt about you. You wanted this person to put forth the energy. You wanted this person to show up at your door. You wanted this person to pick up the phone and call you and tell you, I can't lose you. You mean everything to me, and I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. You wanted this from that person, and I feel like they never did it because their ego held them back. Their feelings of being scared of what this relationship is gonna be. And the one thing that keeps coming in over and over is that they feel like they didn't do enough when it came to you. That is their biggest regret. I did not fight for this love. They did not fight for this love because it was a weakness in them, a weakness in the sense where they fell back into doing the same pattern over and over and over again. This person would move forward, things would be good for a period of time, but the moment that things began to be too intense, this person would break that consistency. And I feel like all you've ever asked for this person is to show up, show you that they love you. Everything else will work itself out, whatever it may be, no matter what's going on in their life, you were going to be there regardless. Because this person means everything to you. And your higher self knows that. That's what brought you to this reading, right? For those of you guys that are not on a twin flame journey, this is probably not your reading, and that's okay. But this is for a higher purpose, right? This is for these individuals that are tapped into this 5D energy where you feel and you sense everything. This is a very awakened type of energy. And if this is not your reading, no worries, just go ahead and click off. Because I feel like for me, this channel is about positivity. I'm not going to talk about negativity on this channel. What this person isn't doing, what they did wrong, all that. At that point, the past is the past. All we can do is move forward. By staying stuck in the past and worrying about past situations, see, that's depression, right? When you focus on the now, you're even. But when you're worried about the future, that's anxiety. That's why they always tell people to live in the now. Because when you live in the now, emotionally, you're balanced. You're not worried about the past. There's no depression there. And the future, you know, there's no anxiety as to what's to come because you're just living your life day to day. For some of us, with this type of heavy energy, missing this person, it's almost minute by minute because you feel this intense pull. I feel like this person is getting ready to reach out to you. They want to explain things to you and they want to open up with what really held them back in the situation. I'm really sorry for all the mistakes and dishonesty. Please forgive me. I don't want to hurt you again. I just get with this person. This is somebody who kept telling you, I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you. But then they would hurt you. And it was confusing to you because it's like, if you don't want to hurt me, then why do you keep doing the same things over and over and over again? Why do you keep completing the same patterns? If you want it, break it. But this is somebody that's been doing this for so long, right? By the time, you know, somebody's in their 40s or their 30s, they have a certain pattern. That is who they are. So in order to break that, that's challenging. That's going to take time, and it is going to take a tower moment in order for this person to completely shift their perspective. That's what these tower moments are for. I get that this person lied to you, possibly about a third party, or this person, you know, would do different things that would make you unhappy. There's times where this person wasn't honest with you. And here's the thing, being dishonest is also equivalent to if you ask this person a question and they ignore your question, that is a sense of dishonesty. But for some of you guys, they felt like if I didn't answer the question, I didn't lie to you. No, it is the same thing because you were portraying, right? One thing, whether or not you vocalize that or not. Now, there are going to be some people that are going to say, well, no answer is the answer. True, but there are those people, right? Because we're all different. See, that's the thing. Perception is key. My perception is going to be different than your perception and their perception and whatever, because we all have grown up differently. We all have a different viewpoint right now. Like, look at what you're looking at right now. Not everybody is maybe you're sitting outside watching this. Maybe you're sitting on your couch. Maybe you're driving to work. Whatever it is, you're at that very moment is completely different. And I feel like this person knows that there's things that you asked. This person knows that there's things that you wanted to know, but that they purposely hid from you because they didn't want you to leave. They didn't want you to know because, believe it or not, it's like they felt like for some of them that this was their way of protecting you from the truth. They felt like you couldn't handle the truth. And if you really knew the truth, one, you would leave. Two, you know, that would force them to take a hard look in the mirror and say, wow, you know, like, I need to change who I am. I need to change my direction. I need to change what I'm doing. And I feel like this person, their ego got the best of them. I know what we have is something special. I will never find anyone like you ever again. That's why I feel so stupid for letting you go. For some of you guys, this is somebody that let you go. This is somebody that decided to choose, you know, the 3D world over you. This is somebody that decided to choose materialistic possessions over a sense of love, right? This is somebody who let fear get in the way of the truth, right? This is somebody who knows that you were the one for them. This is somebody whose soul told them. They were guided towards you. There was inner guidance that was very clear. However, I believe that this person's ego was resisting it. This person's ego wasn't ready to acknowledge the fact that everything that they've known is a lie. Imagine your first time having this major spiritual awakening, right? Because I feel like everybody can pinpoint their spiritual awakening. And put it in the comments, because I love to read your guys' comments and I always try to reply, because if you take the time to write to me, I'm always going to try my hardest to take the time to reply back to you. That's the least that I can do, right? Because we're building this soul family. We're building this soul tribe here. But what I'm getting with this person is, right now, it's like the absence of your energy is really challenging. And they need your energetic support. They want, right now, this person is really calling in this frequency of love, because I think that that uplifts them. I think that they need that, right? Because this person has realized that the reason that they never moved forward with you was because of fear. That is a weakness. Now they know that fear is only an illusion. Fear is a mind state, right? And they believe that this love has allowed them to expand in multiple areas of their life. And I feel like this person is not ready to let go. I've been looking you up on social media because I want to know if you're doing well. I'm just looking out for you. You know, I agree and I disagree with this card. I feel like this person is trying to figure out whether or not you moved on. Are you happy without them? Is there another person in play? This person, I feel like, is very possessive over you. There is a level of obsession. I feel like this person checks who likes your, your posts, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or Snapchat, or what is the new one, TikTok. This person is very curious with how you're doing, because I get overwhelmingly that this person is sitting in this sense of guilt, and they're very unhappy right now with their life because you're not in it, because they shut a door that they knew was meant to be open. And I feel like the universe and I feel like God is opening these doors. I even get overwhelmingly too, though, that a lot of your people are praying. Some of these people may have fallen out of touch with God over these last few years. And now it's like this level of spirituality is coming back in, where now they're praying. Now they're asking for forgiveness. They're praying that you forgive them. They're praying that they have this second chance with you and that you're not going to move on. And that's why all they can do is sit here and watch. They watch from fake pages. For some of you guys, if you are on social media and if you are an influencer, they leave comments from a different screen name, from a screen name that you don't know anything about. Because it's like they want to be connected to you, as connected as possible. I have loved you since the moment I first saw you. You are beautiful. You are all I ever wanted. I think the first thing about you is that the first thing that caught this person's eye was the way that you looked, right? They were very attracted to you. And this attraction, I think that at first they thought it was a very lustful energy. I lust for them, right? I don't think that they truly understood that it was love. But then what they began to realize, it wasn't a physical attraction. Granted, for some of you guys, you're absolutely stunning inside and out, but it's your energy. Your energy has illuminated. There's something about your energy where it's iridescent, it's sparkly, it's pure, it's beautiful, right? It's something that's very youthful. And I get that with this person, they're starting to realize that what they wanted, what they asked for, if they could write down the perfect person, it would be you. You're all that they've ever wanted in a person. And they let that go. They didn't fight for it because they were scared. They were scared what the outcome is. What happens if you said no? What would they lose in the process? Would they lose, their friends, their family, their job? What would they lose in order to be with you? This person wasn't willing at that time to compromise their security. But now they're realizing that no matter what security they have, it doesn't make them happy. I always tell people always assume money makes you happy. Granted, money does make things very easy. Money makes things much smoother, but no amount of money is ever going to fill a void in your heart. You can be the richest person in the world, but if you don't have love, you still go to bed sad. You still wake up alone. And I feel like with this person, they're starting to see that the 3D possessions, the 3D bullshit, none of that matters anymore. It doesn't hold as much weight as it used to. But that's something that I feel like has been drilled into them as a child. This is something that's been drilled into them, that you having emotions are not okay. You having these emotions, that's weak, right? You're not allowed to cry. You're not allowed to feel that. You know, you need to focus on what's important. You need to focus on what's in front of you. But here's what's crazy. We're not meant to focus on the physical. We focus on the physical because it allows us to provide a path for our true soul mission. But the reality is, our souls are supposed to come here and do the work. Our souls are supposed to come here to elevate to different depths, to elevate to different levels. We decided this. This person chose to come back with you to try to make things right. That's why they're having this hard time, because it's like they're realizing you are part of their journey. And for some of them, their higher self, right? And this is their soul. So when I say their higher self, this is their 5D self. Their higher self is sitting there and they're looking down and they're like, hey man, you need to get it together. We're gonna have to redo this entire cycle all over again if you don't get it together now. Because the reality is this, right? And here's when people get a little bit twisted, because they'll say things like, well, they don't want me and it's not happening and this and this and this. I totally understand, right? Because it's hard, because you feel so deep, you feel so strong, but at the end of the day, free will is here. It really is up to this person whether or not they're ready to conform when they're ready to conform. All you have is control over yourself and how you maintain it, how you move forward. And by keeping your energy high vibrational, by you keeping your energy very positive, what it does is it allows this person to be positive as well. It allows this person to be pulled too. Because here's how I envision it. And granted, perception is key. So this is my perception, and you guys may have a totally different perception, and that's cool too. I would love to know your perception in the comments. But when you elevate, if this person truly is your divine counterpart, there's a string that's connected to the both of you. So by you elevating, it's also forcing this person to elevate. That's why they say when you heal, right? When you do your healing, when you do your shadow work, it also heals this person as well, because you're no longer going to be putting up with the same things. You're no longer going to be acting or reacting to this person out of a sense of fear. That doesn't happen anymore. It's a completely different type of energy. And that changes it, right? It changes the dynamic in the relationship. Can't you see that I'm just crazy about you? I think that this, like I said, this person is real. Like there's a level of obsession here. This person wants to have you. It's like you're too good to be true. This person is almost like, how do they not know that I'm in love with them? Well, you got to open your mouth and you need to vocalize it. And you know, it's funny because I asked one of my friends a long time ago, I said, you know, if something was to happen, would you be okay with what you've expressed? If something was to happen tomorrow to like, for instance, for your person, I would say to them, if something was to happen to the collective tomorrow, would you be happy with the way that you handled things? Because life isn't guaranteed. Life is not promised. And the ego from that person will say, yeah, I have everything I said, but the reality is that's not true, because they've not opened up. They've not vocalized to you the level of significance in your life. All right, let's get one more card. One more card here, please, for the collective, por favor. One more card, please. Wow. I never meant to reject you. My heart was saying yes, but the fear was just too overwhelming. See, again, I feel like this is somebody who is not active, they're reactive, right? This is somebody that's not comfortable taking that leap of faith. This is somebody that realized that in order to be with you, there would be this level of vulnerability. And it's crazy because this person knew the significance. They knew the soul connection that was coming in. They knew it. They knew they were meant to be with you. Their heart was leading them to you. They were seeing synchronicities. They were hearing songs. They were hearing your name. They would see your birthday. There would be people that look like you. And it's like this person couldn't escape you. Because their heart wanted them to know this is a safe place. You are in a sacred place with this person, with the synergy that surrounds the two of you. But I feel like it was overwhelming because it was too much. It was too much emotions all at one time. And I get that with this person, they were incapable of really processing it, incapable of really understanding what exactly it meant to be with you. Now let's get a couple of these messages and I think we are going to be done. Let's get two. What messages do you have for the collective when it comes to their person? What's going on? See, I think that, wow. We are one. Don't let fear get in the way of truth. See, this person, again, is beginning to realize that their fear stopped them from seeing things clearly. They allowed other people to get in their head. They allowed other people to stop them. Their old patterns, the old way that they used to do things was getting in the way of what was really going on with them at a soul level. See, I think that this has to do with old patterns with this person. Wow. 11. We are coming in union. See, I think it's this. Look. We are coming in union, okay? 11/11 is going to be a very significant time for you and this person.